Hi, a very good morning to the dedicated people who have joined today. So, myself, Sanjay Saifi, I am a PhD scholar at Department of Civil Engineering, IIT Bombay. So, my focus of research is disaster risk communication, especially focused on remote locations such as Himalayas, Antarctica, even uh, vulnerable communities which are affected by floods. So after doing research in disaster communication, I have realized there are two ways to make this disaster risk communication effective. One is you make the information very simple so that end users can understand. Secondly, you make the end users empower so that they can understand the complex information. So this one is for the later stage. So the topic of today's presentation is Geo-Guru. It's a mobile-based hand-on application for school students. Okay, so before jumping to the solution, let's have a look at the problems that we are trying to address. So the major challenge in most of the schools, especially in India, for geospatial education is slow implementation of policies and slow implementation of geospatial learning in general. Reason? One of the reason is that there is lack of dedicated GIS softwares for school learning. Because of that, there is lack of learning as well as lack of training. The same has been mentioned by the literature also, though in recent times there have been some efforts in terms of policy. We have new geospatial education policy, and we have several NGOs also that are now working towards implementation of fast implementation of GIS learning. But still, these challenges remain a big challenge. So that's why we propose a very simple interactive learning app for geospatial learning. You guys can just scan it and download it. And so meanwhile, I'll explain you how it is working. Meanwhile, you can also explore. So let's have a look at the simple development architecture that we have followed. So to keep it very simple, we have used Flutter app development software. And to make it interactive, we have used Node.js and MongoDB as backend. And to integrate them, we have used Google Map API as our base map with a functionality of your own functional base map. You can add your own base maps or any satellite imagery or even aerial imagery and then start functioning on it. And then in terms of functionality modules, we have theory, mapping, quiz. So you learn, you map, and then you take the test, whatever you have learned. So this all summarize the architecture. Moving ahead to one of the simple exercises that we have is digitization. For example, school students can make point, line, polygons, measure distances, measure areas and parameters, add attributes, export the map. Like all the vectorization or digitization processes can be done. So this is one of the simple output map. We have different color coding for different polygons. So they can create a land use land cover map for their area. They can find the distance, the route from their school to their home. So students can map their locality. They can map their city. They can map their town. They can map their village. And one of the interesting thing about Geo-Guru is that it does not need internet requirement. So once you download it and load the map, after that there is no internet requirement. You can work offline on it. All the attributes are saved locally. So once you generate it, you can export it later, and you can like create multiple accounts also. Like some of your classmate is doing it for his own locality, other one classmate is doing for his locality. So in the end, you will have whole of your area mapped all together. And then finally, we have our theory module in that, which we have basics of remote sensing, basics of GIS, basics of photogrammetry, and then we have a quiz section. Coming ahead, whatever I have discussed so far are very fundamental, very basic of GIS and remote sensing. So what makes Geo-Guru different from the existing tools we have? So the very first thing is the purpose. Most of the tools that are available in the market, most of them are not specialized or catered for the school students' needs. So Geo-Guru is based purposefully for school education. Again, it is user-centric and student-centric. So we have tried to keep it as simple as possible. It has limited functionalities, limited buttons. So some people might say, okay, this is a simple effort. So yes, the error is the bug here. So what do we say? The bug is the functionality. So we have tools like Q-Field is there for mobile applications, but we have some complex workflows which are good for professionals, but which might not be very suitable for early geospatial learning. Again, we have integrated pedagogy that we have used for this app. In that sense, we have clubbed theory and practice so that you don't need to learn it from another source and practice it at another source. You can do it within the same platform. It's a one-stop solution for geospatial learning. Again, final thing is that it is indigenously built. We have built it in our own lab. So yes, it is promoting Indian geospatial policy, where the app is built for the students, by the students. So once the app was developed in October 25, we have started outreach programs in several schools in Mumbai. So the latest we have done was in St. Mary, Malankara High School. So yeah, that's me. So we conducted some workshops, and in every workshop, we developed some exercises which can be performed within the app. And after every workshop, all the exercises that we do in each workshop are integrated into the app. So the app is getting updated after every outreach. So the app is alive. So every time you open up the app, some workshop has happened, you will see new exercises that can be performed with the app. So what do we expect from Geo-Guru? As of now, we expect that at least schools start using Geo-Guru and giving us feedback, good or bad. Feedback is feedback. So we want to empower school students and schools which have limited resources in terms of computers, softwares. We want to bring geospatial literacy at that level. And in terms of scalability, we plan to launch Geo-Guru 2.0 by July 26, in which we'll be starting multi-language support, as well as Geo-Guru 1.0 is basically, as you guys are experts in GIS, so you guys have realized that this is more focused on vector data analysis. So in Geo-Guru 2.0, we are planning to explore more into raster data analysis. And we are trying to collaborate with more schools in Mumbai as well as in Maharashtra, all along the Maharashtra, and to establish Geo-Guru as a standalone platform for school learning. So you can scan this for the feedback and comments. And that's all from my side. I'll be open for questions. Thank you.
Yeah, let me know if there are any questions.
If not now, you can scan and give us feedbacks. That is also important.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.